Hi, hello. So this is going to be a different video for me. I have just been feeling kind of sad, run down, stressed, annoyed with life, as probably most of us are. And I just thought it'd be super fun as I'm trying to kind of make myself feel better. I just figured, let me go ahead and film this. I know this is something different, but as I'm trying to be more regular on YouTube, I'm trying out just different things to see what I really enjoy and possibly what you enjoy. So, to start out, I went ahead and washed off my remnants of yesterday's makeup. I went ahead and shaved. These are things that, for myself, are really positive to do when I'm kind of feeling sad. So let me go ahead and pop in some context real quick. Alright, context in. So when I'm having days that I feel sad or whatever, just basically want to try to feel as confident as I can, I tend to go for something that feels just a bit more natural for me, just really pretty. Versus there are other days where there's like stronger, like I have some black contacts that I do love to wear, but those are, I think, are on a more experimental day when I'm feeling really good and all of that. On other days where I kind of just, kind of feel kind of crappy, at least for myself, I feel really nice when I can look in the mirror and then I'm like, oh, I look pretty. That's kind of the realm that I'm going for, so just popping in some simple green contacts really doesn't matter, but it is something that I just like. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so I'm assuming this is probably going to be partly in the title. I'm not fully sure. This is going to be my Cindy Lou Who video that I had talked about in one of my other videos. I figured it'd just be cool to do kind of my own version because I have like an image photo and it's like, yeah, there's certain things that are very like the hair and all of that, which I'm not going to do for like the live action, like the Jim Carrey version. Like how the character of Cindy Lou Who looks, I'm not doing all of that. I think it's pretty simple. We probably are going to do something. I have some fun, really like crazy, not crazy, but pretty long individual eyelashes that I think will be really fun to play with. But first things first, I'm just going to go ahead and prime my skin. So I am going in with... I'm really trying to get back into primers because I don't really prime, or to get into primers in general because I don't always prime. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm just taking a big kind of dense brush just to take that all over the skin. I notice a lot, this goes back into the whole self-care aspect, which is what we're doing with this. A lot of times I'll do makeup because it is self-care. Also because it's my main passion. But even sometimes if it's just something really simple, I notice that when I put myself together in a way that I like to be put together, I just feel better. I feel prettier. I feel ready to take on the day. A lot of times as well, when I'm getting ready, I can listen to, music that just makes me feel better, or whatever, just makes me feel seasonal. Like, I work in retail, if any of you watching do not know, and this time of year it's tough, it's really overwhelming, and yeah, like the other day I had a really stressful day, and I feel like I'm still kind of recovering from it. It's been over a day, and it was just a really overwhelming, just not great day. But those things happen to, all of us. So, yeah, we're just going to also do some kind of, I'm just prettying myself up to make myself feel good for the rest of my day. But okay, I'm going to go ahead and go in with, why am I showing I have a mirror off to the side, and I love that I'm like looking at my mirror, like I'm like, this is my foundation. This is my foundation that I'm using. Just the e.l.f. CC cream. I really like this. I'm not like super picky on foundations currently, as long as it looks good, as I'm noticing that my skin is aging. I am 33. I'm not like old, but my skin is definitely changing. It's not as oily as it once was. But I still really like a nice full coverage. This is just a really nice blank one that I can use. I feel like my forehead always looks so big. That is one thing, talking about self-conscious. I'm very self-conscious, kind of on my forehead, but I find it something I've actually been doing recently is, and not in a bad way, and I'm not going to name names because that's just not nice, but I think that looking at fellow women, beautiful, you know, women who I look at and I'm just like, they're so beautiful. And I don't even think about it. But I've noticed that I'm like, oh, some of them have larger foreheads. And I'm kind of like, okay, well, they don't seem to let it bother them. And especially for myself, it's not something that necessarily bothers me until I think about it. So we're going to go ahead and, you know, just not think about it. Because, yeah. Drop a comment below or give me a thumbs up if you are part of the Big Forehead Club, or just if you have any body insecurity that you kind of just try to just love yourself through it. You know, it's not, I'm not a bad person because I have a big forehead. I'm just an alien. When I was in beauty school, we literally like measured our heads to see, and I always thought I had a cone head, kind of. Because I feel like my features are like wider. I mean, like, obviously I know I'm fat, but like I feel like it looks like it curves more. When like the person was like feeling my head, this part is bigger. On the side, she's like, no, you have an alien head. So alien heads unite. My hair is looking all sorts of crazy. We love that for me. I so very love that. Okay. I'm also trying out no brows. Because, yeah, brows are such a pain in the butt to do. And especially if you don't have them. And also, like, if I could rock them without, I'm going to. Another person here on YouTube who is inspiring me, if I can find them. I just don't want to mess up their name. Hot Mess Tom is a creator here who does not have brows. And they always look amazing. And I'm jealous. And yeah. I want to eventually be able to leave my house. It's so crazy because you have all probably, like, if you followed me or even trying to get better back on Instagram because I haven't posted on Instagram in forever, but a lot of my makeup looks are more out there. I can wear color, all this crazy stuff, but I still have certain things that are my comfort zone, and I'm like, oh, if I don't have my brows, I'm like, oh, I don't feel it's not pretty or whatever, even though I want to go without brows, and then the whole spiral starts where I'm like, my forehead's too big, and if you have no brows, it makes your forehead look bigger, and you know what we're trying to do is branch out. Of course, if it's making me feel really uncomfortable, then I'm gonna draw the brows on, don't get me wrong. But if I can lightly push myself out and also do something that I hate, or don't do something that I hate, which is brows are just like probably my least favorite part of the makeup, if I'm honest. So something I did yesterday and I was just playing around is actually kind of contouring around where my eyebrows would be. And I feel like it kind of still gave me the feeling of having some sort of a structure there, which is something that I like. But it was fun and easy, and that's what I think we want makeup to be, or, any kind of artistic outlet. So I'm just taking just a Morphe E62 brush. It's that, I'm sorry to name drop this person, but it is that James Charles brush that I think he created. I'm just going to, this is the Glamlight Chocolate Martini Palette. This literally, it's kind of hilarious because, again, I love color. You would think I would reach for all the other ones. This is my favorite, and it's like a neutral palette. It's so good. I literally love it so much. But I'm going to dip into this lighter, cooler shade called Bittersweet. And I'm just going to start, you can kind of see where my bone structure goes in. I'm going to put some there. And just kind of take it around where I might normally draw on some eyebrows. And I guess truthfully, I feel like I'm going to have to try this out one day. I'm sure I could honestly do this if it still works. I could probably literally do this. Draw on some brow hair. Is there anything just clean this up? It kind of looks like a brow. It's so weird. But I'm going to clean it up. Or not clean it up. Blend it out. So hold on a second. Alright, this is how we look right now. I feel like it looks so weird. Like as if I kind of just drew on some eyebrows. Literally. That was actually pretty easy. I'm actually going to try that out later on. But because we're trying to do browless, I'm just taking a large fluffy brush. And I'm just going to soften that out just to give it some shape. Honestly, I probably didn't need to do all of this. I didn't do all of this last night. I don't know why I did this. Maybe talking about brows just really made me think about it, I guess. I'm just gonna leave that for right now because I wanted to talk to you about something. Hold on a second. Whoa, the brightness is crazy. So, something as well, sorry if I look all sorts of crazy, that I kind of discovered / started doing for myself, I think it was early this year, I actually don't fully remember, but is scent. Scent is something that's really important to me as a trans person, trans scent specifically, as being kind of raised male, but this idea that, and it's kind of this kind of false thing, I personally feel, that we tell men that they smell bad, basically, and I think that it's a truth that we probably all can smell bad if we don't bathe, but because it is such like this still insecurity for me, I really like fragrance, and I don't know why. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this. Maybe it's like a depression thing where you feel sad about something, and so instead of like fixing the thing or whatever that you know would make you feel better, you kind of just don't. You kind of just lay in bed. I'm just blending this out a little bit more with like a massive fluffy brush. This is just a blush brush from Sonia Kashuk. You kind of just, at least for myself, I just lay in bed feeling sad and, you know, or go to work and feel depressed or whatever, and then, yeah, rinse and repeat, versus I'm really trying to be like, no, we're not doing that anymore. We are stepping out of our insecurities. We are, or not even necessarily stepping out, but like, I don't even know what you would call it, but we're just saying no. Basically, no, I'm not just gonna lay in bed all day, you know, like today I've laid in bed, I felt sad, and I literally could still be in bed feeling sad, but I'm like, no, we're gonna get up, we're gonna get ready, we're gonna film this video, because for one, I want to film a video, and yeah, I want to feel good, I want to actually feel awake and confident and all that stuff, so, anyways, oh yeah, back to what I was referring to, fragrance. One of the things that I forget about that actually really makes me feel really good and really pulled together and really myself is fragrance. And this company, I don't even know how to say this, Dossier, whatever, has like knockoff scents or inspired scents from bougie brands. And there are a lot of brands that I will not buy from, Chanel being one of them. But my mom at one point, that's another thing, I love all the fragrances based on my mom more. We are no contact, if you do not know. Totally random, just throw in there. I'll probably talk about that one day. But, so yeah, kind of just to, I don't know, I always wanted to be like her. So, anyways, she would sometimes wear Chanel Mademoiselle fragrance. I bought it for her at one point. I bought it for myself, even though it's really good. It's a really nice smell. But anyways, it's a bougie smell, I personally feel. So they have one called Woody Oak Moss. It is just, I just love it. I just, like, if you're looking for a smell, like, most people who I have, like, most of the people I work with who have used this smell literally love it. If not, all of them have loved it. So I definitely suggest, even just if you need something to make yourself feel a little bit better. They were just at a Black Friday sale. I got like 6 fragrances for like $100, which is pretty inexpensive. I feel that's like what is that, less than 20 bucks of fragrance, which for something that smells really good, is inspired by like higher end. I'm all for that. But even regardless, fragrance for me is something that's really important, really makes me feel just again pretty, and just like that I smell good and I smell how I want to smell, you know? But anyways, okay, let's dive into the makeup. This video is already going to be 5 million years long. I'm going to go ahead and take my a-hole mirror because I'm a bad person. I'm sorry. I am trying to... I really want to find a mirror soon. That's just as light, but it is also a cool mirror. So I will be on the lookout. I really wanted Revolution with the Grinch collection. I wanted them to release a mirror because I would have literally replaced this mirror with that one. But as of yet, nothing. So I will definitely be on the lookout with that. But okay, let's delve back into the the makeup. So now that I have this kind of outline of browishness, we'll kind of clean up as we need to. I just have more of the kind of foundation already on my eyelids, but you can use an eyeshadow base if you so need to or would like to. I'm going to go ahead with the same palette. I think I'm just going to use one of these cute Grinch brushes, just a small brush. And I like to follow my natural, that's kind of a lie, but we're just going to do it for right now, crease where my eyelid folds. We'll probably bring it a bit higher, but doing something really simple like this goes back to just make me feel pretty feminine, all the things that I want to feel. So I'm just doing that. And this as well could really translate to a simple, like, holiday makeup, simple for me. I know I go overboard generally, but yeah. I'm realizing I probably shouldn't have used this brush. I probably should have used, this is probably a good blending brush, but oh well, you win some and you lose, or you win and lose. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Jeez, it took me forever. I tend to like a more smaller brush, so I'm just going to take the M506 by Morphe and start blending up in the crease. If you have hooded eyes, which I feel like my eyes are like slightly hooded, I will sometimes just stare like straight at the mirror. Oh my god. I'm like covering. Sorry, I'm going to try not to do this, but just taking it slightly above, so I still have the definition. If I was able to look straight into the mirror right now, then I would literally just be trying to do this, I was like doing like this, which you can kind of see. Is it perfect? No, but it, when my eyes are open, it gives a much better shape. And because I tend to like, I feel like it makes my eyes feel more cartoonish, maybe more sweet, more what I would consider to be like Cindy Lou Who-esque. I do like to raise this up a little bit higher here, like in the center. I feel like it just kind of makes your eyes look more open. But that's what I'm doing for right now. I feel like I look crazy. Let me go ahead and do it on the other side, and we'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I did the same on the other side, and I went ahead and just blended it out. So we're going to go ahead and do the same on this side, using this big fluffy brush. No extra product, just sweeping it out. It doesn't look, I don't know. We're just going to go with it. It doesn't look exactly how I want it to look, but I feel like I tend to feel with my makeup, and I know I've seen other people talk about this, that it kind of looks bad before it gets better. And a lot of times I love to kind of just layer more makeup on. I know it's probably not the best skill, and I probably mentioned in another video, and I haven't figured out quite yet. I'm thinking of doing like a Black Friday haul, but I do want to show one of the books that I'm really excited to read through. Is I finally, sorry, it's like, oof, but picked up Making Faces by Kevin Aquan, and I really just want to, I'm saying the name right, sorry if I'm butchering it, but I really want to just read through, I got a bunch of other ones, like the Bobby Brown one, thrift books. Check thrift books out. I've got most of the books for like $5. Like the Bobby Brown one, $5. And just, yeah, I'm really excited to, read and learn and all that stuff. But anyways, back to the makeup. I'm just taking a powder brush. This is a really old, the handle doesn't even look like this, but it is the e.l.f. blush brush. But yeah, just to soften just a little bit more. But I'm trying to think, what shimmels do I want to use on the lid? Probably just the ones from the palette, I guess. We should. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I do have this one palette, but like, I don't know. Like, these colors are really pretty, don't get me wrong, but they're so just, I don't know. This feels more experimental. I'm just gonna stick with something safe. I know that probably sounds wrong. It's the Danessa Myricks palette, and it's the Chrome Flakes, or crust, that I've been trying to play around with, but it's pretty, but I just don't think it's right for this look, and I'm trying to remind myself that we are going for tried and true products that I know are going to turn out the result that I want versus experimenting and then feeling like depressed, because we're already feeling a little sad and depressed. So let's not cause ourselves to feel more depressed. Where is my glitter primer by NYX? I was playing with it last night. I thought I put it back, and apparently I did not. Oh, well, found it. It was next to where I normally put it. Okay. So, let's just squeeze some out. Trying to find a flat shader brush. This is the Morphe M166, just their normal flat one. So, what I'm doing when I take this product, because I realize I kind of went too far, and I hope that this is making sense when I do it, but at least for me with my bone structure, I prefer lately to kind of have that like a cut crease open. And something I've actually been doing too, which I've been loving, is because I'm going to put some darker shades in the outer corner. I kind of like do my makeup partways, if that makes sense. And then kind of come back and finish it up. And you can always play around with it to get the shape you're looking for and all of that. But, okay, so now that we have that on this side, I'm just going to go ahead and dip into Vanilla Vodka, one of the absolute prettiest shades. It's just very gold, it's very shiny, which I really, really like. Of course, make sure you make lots of weird facial expressions in the mirror. Look how bright that is. Ooh. So, I love glitter. Glitter, glitter, glitter. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna do the same on the other side real quick. Okay, one thing I wanted to show you real quick, so you can probably tell that this side's a bit higher than this side, is what I'll literally do is not even have glitter glue, just have the product, and just really lightly. This will probably just take practice, but with little bits, just kind of expand it out. And I honestly feel when you have a really good product, like this one, that you're able to do that and not have to always use a glitter glue. And this helps a lot as well to kind of straighten up any edges or lines that you don't like, so that everything looks pretty good to how you like it. Okay, moving on. Let's go ahead and take, I'm trying to figure out, I'm probably still going to keep this look pretty round and blend it out. I just want to do a little darkness in the outer corner, so I'm going to take dark chocolates and just kind of add just to the outside color of like my eyeball itself. And then I'm not going to go, I'm kind of just stopping right at the edge of my eye here, because I'm going to soften it out. I have sometimes also done like a clean cut with like concealer, but I feel like if we're going for something that just feels a bit more, again, this is all through my own perspective, but soft and pretty, I like to have it more kind of blown out. I'm actually taking it a little bit further and then I thought I was going to on this side, so I'll just match up on the other side. So it looks like I'm taking it almost to about my pupil, like the black dot, I think that's what it's called. Okay. And then I'm going to take a bit more of my glitter primer, just kind of tap over between the two, that light shimmer and the darker matte brown. Sometimes I'll even just kind of tap to create the shape or continue. You can kind of see this curvature shape that we got going on here. And just kind of tap to continue that. And then I'm going to go ahead and dip into chocolate liqueur, which is this really nice dark brown shimmer. And tap. This is one of my absolute favorite colors to use for the outer corner, just to an outer corner shimmer, I guess, if that makes sense. Just to, I feel like it blends really well in with like the matte shade, especially if you're using like a, oopsie, like a black, or a brown is what I mean, a dark brown. And all I'm doing is just adding product and tapping to get to the kind of look and opacity I'm going to want. This one will probably cause some fallout, I tend to notice, but it's not that bad. So kind of tapping and slightly swiping to get everything blended really nicely together. I'm tempted to go in with a third color. So I think we will. I'm either going to take Rich or Cheers. I'm thinking more Rich. I like that yellowy gold in between the two. But all of the shimmers in this palette are really nice. I'm just taking that and just tapping between the two. See, even just this, I feel like just really shimmery and glittery and pretty just makes, at least for me, it makes me feel more feminine. I mean, I am from the philosophy that nothing belongs to anybody, to any gender or whatever, you know, shimmer and glitter and all of that. But it just is something that makes me feel pretty. How about that? We're going for looking pretty. So, yeah, I actually really, really like this. Trying to think where I want to go next. Maybe we'll go under the eye. I feel a lot of times with makeup, I'm like, I don't have the exact steps where I'm going. So I'm just going to take some more of that e.l.f. camo CC cream under my eye. And then if I did not mention, which I don't think I did, this is a contour brush from Real Techniques. It's just one of my favorite under eye kind of blendy base brushes. I wish that they sold these individual. The fact that they don't is blasphemy. Okay. This is just a pencil brush from Morphe M431. I'm thinking of taking Girls' Night Out and just running that under the lash line. Now, I am just going to go, not all the way, maybe like 2/3 of the way, like that. Probably where my lashes naturally end. Because I'm thinking of adding some shimmer underneath. That is something as well that I've actually noticed is like really easy but really pretty to do. Is just put a glitter under the eyes or like a shimmer. And it just adds a little something fancy there. And I love it. Okay. So let's go ahead and blend our edges. I'm just gonna use, I feel like this brush is dirty, but it's kind of this more dense brush that has like no name. I'm really sorry. But it's kind of just this flat, slightly domed brush that I really like to use to blend. I'm just gonna take it, just start softening the under eye. Can take it also around this brown shade at the top. I think that looks really nice. Nice and soften and blended. I think after that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the rest of my base and come back to the eyes after I blend out this side. I might lied. I think I'm actually going to go in with that chocolate liqueur glitter. But let me finish blending and then I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I'm just going to take that same pencil brush and the chocolate liqueur shade and just run that along the lower lash line. And I appreciate that it gives it some depth, but it also adds a little sparkle. Okay, wiping off my brush on a clean towel, or clean, yeah. We're gonna dip into, with the same brush, vanilla vodka. Run that along kind of that bottom inner corner. Just to add a little bit more brightness and shimmer. And that's looking really pretty. I don't know if it's fully where I was going. I think it will once we finish everything. I think everything just has to get pulled together. So I'm just going to speed through, probably just cut it out and come back. I'm just going to apply my base to the rest of my face, just the Real Techniques stippling brush. Yeah, just do that and I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back after, I don't even know how long I was gone for, probably about 20 or 30 minutes. I just went ahead and powdered my face real quick, and Yeah, speaking of feeling kind of sad and stuff, just needed to have a little moment just to eat. And I'm just gonna spray some perfume real quick just to smell good. Have some good tunes on, well, in between, which right now I'm always into like really old music, or not old, but older. So I have on Sledgehammer by Rihanna. I freaking love that song. I don't even know how many years old it is. 6 years old. Ah, I hate it. It makes me feel so old. But anyways, okay. So I just set my face with the e.l.f. HD powder. I'm trying to think what I want to do next. I want to do like a little bit of contouring. So, you see, I have been using up the NYX contour palette. And as you probably can see, this is the main shade I've been using. I'm actually like extremely disappointed that they do not sell refills, / I cannot find the refills. I feel like they make it seem like this is refillable because it is, if they sold refills. But anyways, I'm just taking one of the lighter shades because I'm trying to use this up / as I'm looking for a new contour product. I'm just going to take kind of a angled brush and just... Ooh. This is probably more of like a bronzer for me, but whatever. I tend to like to do... I don't even fully know. I'm trying out, I just realized and I slightly forgot, I've been following a lot of people. I've been getting really into Instagram lately. TikTok must have changed something that I'm not like fully aware of, where you only see like the people you follow, like who's, at least mine has been this way, like their videos in order, which I appreciate. But then when you run out, it's like, okay, so I then kind of have to like scroll past a bunch of videos that I've seen to find stuff that I haven't seen, because eventually they'll just stop showing it to you or whatever, which is kind of annoying. I think they just show you like that day's amount. But what is that? Instagram has really just been showing me a lot of new creators and stuff, so I'm loving that. Anyways, to the point, I am just rambling. The person that I had, it's like a new makeup account that I'm following, talked about contouring and bringing it, things that we've all probably heard already if you're interested in makeup, which is from the top of the ear, but they said stop right here. So I'm trying to do that more with my contour. I forgot a little bit, but it's stuff that as I'm still trying to... I'm very experimental, I feel like, with my makeup, but I still kind of want to figure out the correct rules and stuff. And again, I really feel like I've gone through a lot of... I don't know if I'm like the only one who feels this way when I'm doing my makeup, but I'll be doing stuff, and if it doesn't look good, it can just make me feel terrible. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only person who has felt this way, where, it'll just, all of a sudden I have a look, and I'm feeling a little bit that way with this look, being the fact that I'm not doing eyebrows, because eyebrows are such like a safe space for me, but I'm wanting to do something different, so that's why I'm not having eyebrows. But what was I gonna say? I don't even know. So kind of with still taking the time to educate myself and to learn and to try out different techniques, and then also taking the necessary breaks that I need, or that I needed, if I'm just feeling insecure about my makeup. I don't even know. Well, I guess just that I do know. Insecure about my makeup. Feeling nervous. But yeah. This is gonna be such a rambly video. I do apologize, but I do think that this is also just quite honest. I do want to be really honest with you all and just show you what is happening here and my brain, because a lot of times I don't do that. I think partially I came again from talking about going no contact with my mom, parents specifically, like both, but my mom was the main one who I went first, no contact with, and that I've kind of been raised to not put myself first, so I'm working through some of that, which is really difficult because I still find myself putting others first. I'm gonna go in with Suburbia, my favorite blush shade by Sugar Pill. It is an eyeshadow, but it is a beautiful shade. The Sonia Kashuk pointed blush brush. I love this brush. So anyways, the person, let's get back to that. The person who they said to apply blush kind of here. I feel like, as Robert Welsh would say, it really is having the theory of it. Is that, I think he says a lot. Makeup has a theory, but then, you know, having those rules kind of in your head and then going off base. And I think as well, a lot of times things look different on all of us. And it really is either just playing around or finding somebody with a similar face shape to yours. For myself, I really feel like a lot of it's just playing around. Kind of just staring at your face. I mean, I've been playing with makeup for so many years, and I feel like even just as much as within the last year, I'm trying not to be negative, and that's because my brain automatically wants to be negative and say, you don't know how to contour. I think I do. I think it looks good. But I would say it's been within the last year or so that I felt confident with my contouring. I still don't feel super perfect with it. And I also kind of think too that contouring, of course, if you're very skilled with it, can shape things more. Like I've seen, I don't know if anybody else has seen that, like TikTok or something, where the artist drew their nose like crooked or whatever. It made their nose look more crooked, and I do believe that there are obviously ways to do that, and I would love to experiment more with that in the future, not today. But I'm like getting off topic. This is how I'm liking to contour. I'm gonna have so much fun editing, because it's just, I forget what the heck I was even talking. I don't know. But this is how I'm gonna contour. I can't decide if I should do the bottom. I didn't do anything there. Let me, real quick, just do a little something. I'm just going to take that same powder, and I'm just going to run it along my jaw. I don't always, if I'm leaning too heavily on contour sometimes, then I will skip it and just maybe do blush or something, so that I'm not feeling... I think there's nothing worse than when... I'm sorry, my lighting is like changing. I don't know why. Oh, because the screen's not locked, bro. Girl, I'm nuts, I swear. That's funny. Sorry. Anyways. What was I gonna say? What was I saying? So, I think sometimes you do, like, I've done, so I'm just gonna speak only for myself. I've done my makeup, I feel really pretty. I feel like it's all done and all of that. And then the next day, I'm like, oh, I need to contour again because then I won't feel pretty. And at the end of the day, we as human beings are pretty regardless. And I think that that's something I'm really trying to practice within myself, is that even just like this, I'm kind of shading around my forehead and temple, but I feel like it's not necessarily to try to make my forehead look any smaller. I feel like it's, if anything, just to keep the coloring going all together. So that I don't just have like this big, or not, whatever, my white forehead. It kind of matches with the contour and everything that I am going with, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of blend a little bit out. Okay, we should do some highlights, huh? Because I haven't done to that. What's I gonna use? I think I see it here, and I love this highlighter, so Sorry. It's from a little compact. Okay. So, sorry if I've used this before, but this is the Sleek. Like, this is popular eons ago. But I still love it. I've been using it more. Taking the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush. I like this shade. This is the top. It's this one. Probably backwards, but whatever. So, on especially on a day that I just want to feel really glitzy and stuff, I love to just kind of pack it on. I'm probably going to go in with a glitter as well because we're going to glitzy. Might as well. And that's where I really, when I think of this look, as I'm getting myself back into it, it's more about, it's like adorable, truthfully, is how I feel at that. So I think it's, how do you make yourself feel adorable, in a way? And for me, really using glitters and sparkly shades and things like that really just kind of make me feel cheery and glittery. So, I'm just gonna go ahead real quick and apply the red lip that I've been meaning to do since I came on. So I'm just using MAC's Cherry Lip Pencil and the Makeup Revolution from the new Grinch collection, that red liquid lipstick, and then Albert's book. Grr, I almost just want to call it quits, but I'm trying to stick with it and not rub it all off, which is what I want to do. This is like so frustrating, but I feel like I want to actually put this out there because this feels real. Like, I'm feeling, I put some lashes on, I kind of finished up this side and I just don't like it. But I can still acknowledge that it looks good. Like, I want to just wipe it all off and just do it something simple, and I'm like, no. No. We're trying to deep breathe ourselves through it. So, because I'm like, I've been doing this for, I don't even know what time it is. I've been doing this for like almost 2 hours, if not longer. I'm ready to be done. But, okay, so let me walk you through. I think last I saw you was the lips, so applied that, did a couple layers, overlined this side a little bit too high, so it looks odd. You know why. I tried to like even it out, but I'm kind of done with that. So we'll just leave that as is. And let's just finish out. There's this kind of glamorous, I feel cutesy thing really quick just to help myself feel better. I think I'm gonna grab some earrings. Earrings are like one of my newest obsessions that I've realized helps me to feel better. I know that I showed these in an Etsy earring haul. I think, whoa, no. I don't fully remember. I think I did. Oh my lord. It's these little, you can't see that. These little gingerbread guys. Pipe ball. So I'm just gonna put them on real quick because earrings are something that helps me boost my mood and just feel cute. And we're trying just to feel cute, feel confident, and yeah, that is what I like. But anyways, okay. Hello. I don't know if anybody else has an ear that's like evil to put earrings in, like I do. She's in. Okay, so that's good. That feels cute. My eyes feel a little blurry. We love that for me. Alright. Random. I did put... We'll do that in a second. Let me go ahead. I'm just taking this super small detailed brush. This literally has no name, but it's a very detailed small brush. And I'm going to take Creme de Cacao, like it's that little center shade. And just tracing the shape very lightly. I just wanted a bit more definition. I might come a little closer to you. So I'm gonna take the Blend Bunny B3 brush and just going along the edge just to soften. Perfect, that looks really good. Okay. Next, I'm just gonna take this angled brush that I've used before from e.l.f. with the dark chocolate shade. And I'm just gonna build up that outer edge a bit more. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take this larger brush, the M433 with no product, or maybe just a little bit of that creme de cacao shade in the center again, and just buff out the edges. I'm just trying to work on that shape. I need to just kind of clean up. I think that actually looks really, really good. And then for just the like massive shimmer that I have here, I literally just took vanilla vodka and my finger and just tapped along the brow bone. I'm gonna take a little bit also on my cheekbone as like a highlight. I don't feel like it's showing up that well on the... Oh, it's showing up a little bit. I guess if you're really focusing on it. You see. Taking our highlighter brush from before, that tapered brush. And kind of softly trying to blend everything out. Taking the larger M433 brush again. And just kind of blending along that edge. Okay. Those look pretty similar. So, I'm going to go ahead and do eyeliner real quick. So just using Milani's black 110 black matte. Just draw kind of my kind of wing. Just a little exaggerated. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna go ahead and take some of the NYX. I don't think this is... I really want to grab the... Oh my god. I really want to grab the Urban Decay eyeliners and just try this out. But this so far is my white that I use. So just NYX Jumbo Pencil and Milk. Putting this on my waterline. Just to brighten up the eyes. It's really good. Okay. Let's go ahead and take CoverGirl's very black mascara. All I literally did on the bottom is just kind of like pulled it through. You can pull the wand through to make them more like spiky. Just wiggling it through just to keep everything really nice and together. And with lashes, I'm really not 100% sure. I did use, I think I showed you in the beginning, I did use those really long ones, but they kind of just got clumped up, and then I used like another lash, and like, this is what they kind of end up looking like. Oh, you can't see that. Like, it's pretty, and it's spiky. I just don't know if it's fully gonna create the look. I'm thinking of just taking like a strip lash And then maybe applying a couple of those at like the outer edge. So I have these strip lashes here. I am blanking. If I'm correct, these are... Where is it? And I think the style that I kind of cut them into is flared, I think they would call it. These are from Black Moon Cosmetics. And I believe they're just the Leo, or they are just the Leo style. But, as I said, I did cut off the end a little bit just because they were too long. And then I did kind of just trim the front ones a little bit, just kind of like went in with the scissors, just to make them a bit more flared so they fit my eyes a bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and apply those real quick. One thing I will do is just apply glue to the lashes and like set them aside. I will also apply glue like my eyeliner to get them to stick well, which I think I'm going to do a combo of both. Okay. Might wait a couple of seconds for that. One thing as well to kind of throw in, I have been cutting my lashes a little bit shorter. I wasn't before, but I noticed that the inner corner kept popping up. So I feel like by cutting them shorter, I'm able to really get that inner corner like in there good so that it stays. And I feel like that makes no sense, but I feel like if you've used shorter lashes before, it just makes it so much easier. I'm just popping them on. Okay, I think we'll scoot back a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. I'm actually happy with that. I'm thinking I might just leave this as is. You can always apply more mascara. I feel so odd because I don't have brows. I think that's probably what's throwing me off the most. But I think that the makeup looks really good. It's just so different. It's so interesting how, like, odd you can feel without having brows. But I'm thinking I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel okay. I feel like we kind of, like, I feel like I was almost at, like, a higher spot than I am now. I don't know. It's difficult. I get frustrated and I do makeup a lot sometimes, and so you're going to see kind of a whole roller coaster of emotions with this video, and I guess it's difficult. I wanted to just be honest with you, and I think that if anybody feels that it is not true, and I think, so for example, in my opinion, I don't fully know, but what I feel like I've heard people tell me is that they see me as fairly confident, and I'm not, you know what I mean? And I struggle a lot and stuff like that as well. Like, oh my god, what is that? What am I even fully trying to say? I wanted to just show this that it's gonna be okay. We can still pull it through, pull it together. The day will still go on. Sometimes we're just sad, and that's okay. And if you're like me, it sucks because we're so close to like this seasonal time of year. It's literally the 13th as I am filming this, right before the holiday, which is completely crazy. But yeah, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to feel, I don't know, just all sorts of feelings that you might be feeling. I'm probably more saying this for me than you. I'm trying to remind myself that it is okay to have these feelings. But, yes, that is it. I'm sure this was lots of craziness, and yeah, if you got to this point in the video, thank you for watching it. I would be honored and, you know, love it if you subscribed, gave me a like, all of that. I would really like to see you on my future videos. I do hope that next time I can come back and I don't know, show a cooler look, but I still, like I said, as I'm looking at myself now, I feel pretty. I feel good. I feel put together. I feel odd because I don't have eyebrows. I'm so used to my eyebrows. But besides that, like, I would wear this out. I would wear this out. I would feel put together. I feel confident. I feel pretty. And looking in the mirror, I feel good. And that is all that matters. So, okay, enough rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I might have a little drink. Who knows? Um, I truly hope that you are having a great day. I hope that you feel loved. I love you so much. And you are an awesome person. Anyways, I will see you on my next video. Bye.